It's not just crit though. The real unsung heroes also fly with the shallow graves and the constant healing. Moon meander on the gyro, not on the gyro, on the clockwork. Absolutely amazing play by them.
I was going to ask you, Jacob, actually, you've been quite critical of the clockwork play throughout the whole tournament. It's not been the most successful, but this time around it worked like a treat.
I mean, Moon makes everything work today.
He does. Everything he touches turns to gold. As we go back towards the start of the game, again, as you rightly pointed out, Jacob, they started well OG again, but it was relatively even. Secret, taking their odd kill, picking up as they wanted to throughout the game, and there was no real sense that they were going to lose the game until kind of like the mid-game, and then it just got out of hand again for OG.
This is where the real momentum gain is for OG, and this fight actually decides the rest of the game in a sense, because they get a lot of gold out of this first and foremost. It's the first real team fight where they almost wipe the entirety of the team, and then they go in, break base, take down the tower. They force buybacks, and this takes so much momentum away from Team Secret. Even though Team Secret gets the rebound kills after OG overextends inside the base, it's really that fight that is detrimental to Secret for the rest of the game.
You've mentioned previously, Ben, Miracle's play on the Alchemist, how flexible he is. How did you rate his game?
Again, he transitioned so smoothly from the early game beast that is their front line that scouts out vision for everyone, that is like kind of the force that Secret needs to break through before they get to the support. And in the late game, we just see him crush Envy at the rune to kind of seal the game for them. Like, he transitions always so smoothly. He knows when to pick up scepters for his teammates. He knows when he needs Abyssal. He always has buyback. He has like the blink initiations too.
Winter Wyvern getting Refresher Orb as his first real item outside of the Blink Dagger. I mean, again, we keep talking about how great OG is at itemizing, but this game just proves it. Even in the late game, they know exactly what to do.
I think that we can definitely agree that these two supports for OG going into this tournament, they were some of the biggest boosts to OG as a team, but they were definitely oftentimes the standout players. But at this tournament as a whole, I did not expect to have the words come out of my mouth that OG actually have the best support duo here in this tournament. I think they actually beat out every other team. Fenrir suffered, usually you look towards that team. FY Fenrir is the duo that's best at the support game. You have legendary supports in both Puppey as well as Pylai Dai, but it's actually Crit and Fly who have done the most work all tournament long.
I think props go to Eternal Envy though on the Slark. We haven't seen Slark that much in this tournament, but he bought a lot of space even though he was relatively underfarmed. He had a Shadow Blade, he kind of drew them around the map a lot, and in the mid-fight, he just like kind of went into the middle of all of them and forced them to blow a lot of spells on them. He even got a Lincoln Sphere to try and counter the Winter's Curse, but that proved to be...
I mean, talking about space, Moon Meander as well on this Clockwork. There's a lot of hookshot that he misses, but he keeps on shooting them out because he has this Aghanim Scepter. He takes so many chances and sets up so many important kills for them throughout the game after he got the Aghanim Scepter.
Very close.
That was one of those critical misses, but here's the beautiful play by Puppey. The defensive sleep that comes in with the rocket. Showing just such high-level support play, because just moments earlier we had seen Fly with the clutch Shallow Grave save that actually turned.
This is when it looks like OG might actually lose the game. They gave up an Aegis on the Gyrocopter for not really that much, and the Force Staff usage by both teams were really, really nice. We saw a Force Staff on the Winter's Curse.
There's not buyback on the Slark though. This is where I thought OG was winning, and then they don't have enough damage output to actually kill the Slark in the Winter Wyvern ultimate, so the fight turns around entirely. Had they killed the Slark there, the game would have been over.
Really good zoning there as Misery jumped forward in order to get the rest of OG. It meant the two supports on the side of Team Secret were able to control the two cores of OG, allowing that Slark to live. If they had actually, just one of those cores hadn't been controlled, the Slark dies in that scenario and Secret immediately lose the game.
And this is the game-ending push where Secret called GG. Isn't it crazy how Alchemist can do so much damage even though he never gets BKB? Like, it doesn't seem like he ever gets kited. I guess he has a blink, but they have like sleep, grip.
They can't afford to spend their disables on him just because of how much the supports do. So they can't focus him down fast enough. So they need to remove the supports and remove all the heal, because otherwise the fight is drawn out too long. There's too much sustainability.